tonight we saw a pre-screening of The Conjuring, the new horror film directed by James Wan, who previous fame with the horror genre. He directed the first Saw, directed Dead Silence, Insidious, and the Kevin Bacon revenge thriller Death Sentence. And he's back now with his biggest budget yet for Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema. The film stars Patrick Wilson, Vera Farmiga, Lily Taylor, and Ron Livingston, and tells the true story of the Warrens, paranormal investigators who were called upon to help a family that was being terrorized by a dark entity in their farmhouse. Now we're going to go with Butler's thoughts on the film first. Butler?
I liked it. I was entertained. Kind of threw you right into a quick little story and then built up the family story. I like the creepiness to it. The suspense kept you waiting, trying to see what came next.
Did you want to cry?
I didn't want to cry, no.
You jumped a lot though.
Jumped a little, but that's the point of the scary movies, man. That's what I enjoy.
His arm.
No grabbing arms.
You almost got put to sleep.
But no. No, it kept me into it, and I wanted to see what was going to happen.
You have a high-pitched scream.
I didn't scream at all. So, I don't know what you're
You're
talking
the
about.
only one in the theater screaming, don't you?
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
But you enjoyed it, you liked it?
Yeah, I liked it.
And as a horror film, does it make its impact? You were scared. Did you feel frightened? Did you get chills? Did you feel it?
I'd say things you don't expect to see or don't see coming. Because usually when I watch movies, I'll try to see what I can anticipate.
You think you know it's going to come next?
Yeah. So
This
if it
one-
throws you a curve,
And there was curveballs in this
yeah,
one.
gets you to jump, like I might have. And I like it.
A.B.?
It was. I like James Wan's. He's a really good visual director. Like, I really like how he sets up scenes, how he sets the mood. Like his horror movies, that I have a really hard time with horror movies because a lot of them just seem manipulative and try and just scare you with the same old tactics. I like how James Wan really sets up the mood and makes you really feel for the people who are in it. And then he throws really creative shots and visuals when it comes to scaring you. So that aspect, I love all his movies for that. And he did it again with this one. And one thing that stood out for me is that we've seen a lot of paranormal type movies, and this is the first one that really seemed to like give a history on the whole type of genre. Like it took it back to like how they would do it in the 70s, and I thought that was really cool and really creative for a director to do that with this genre, because it's a genre where you think you've seen everything, but the fact that he took it back to the 70s, and you know, he really touched on all the, you know, the cameras, the microphones, and
All the details.
Yeah, and the details.
Set design was very, very authentic.
That's always a great filmmaker when they concentrate on details. So, good job, in my opinion.
And the scare factor?
It was creepy. There was definitely some creepy scenes. Like I said, I'm hard to scare, but I definitely thought there was some scenes that got my skin tingling a little bit, sitting next to Hector.
Richie B, what were your thoughts?
Hector scared you, bro?
He just gets all into it.
Yeah, I gotta agree with what you said as far as the visual. I was really impressed with. But I really like the music for this one in particular. I mean, it could have just been a theater. It could have, you know, a lot of vibrations and everything, a lot of bass. But I thought that added a lot to the scares. The scares were set up pretty well. There was actually some originality in there too that I was impressed with. I don't want to get too detailed with it, but there are some good spots in there where it's like, okay, yeah, that's not what I was expecting to see. And yeah, I mean, overall, I liked it.
Scares got you?
A couple of the music parts got me. I'm pretty hard to scare too, but The overall effect was really well put together. I liked it. I thought it was good.
Alright, as far as my opinion, a buddy of ours who was there tonight, he said he enjoyed it thoroughly as well. He said he did read one bad review where a critic said, "Been there, done that. You know, it's nothing we haven't seen before." There is a lot of that in this film where, yeah, we have seen these things before, but I have not seen it done so well in a long time. There is a lot of paranormal films that come out, a lot of ghost stories, a lot of PG-13 ghost fare, and yeah, a lot of it, they rely on music effects, and yeah, we've seen some of these scares before, but not presented in such a way, like he said, with the sound music, with the set design, a few clever moments that you don't see coming. You see them presenting it in a way that you haven't seen before. It's the production is pretty flawless. James Wan's eye for visuals is very beautiful. And this movie is obviously a passion of love for him because you see he wears his influences on his sleeve. There's a lot of touches to classic horror films like Poltergeist, Exorcist. And I would say that this is the strongest horror film I've seen since those ones. It definitely goes into I think in the list with Shining and all of them, that it is a great horror film with a great cast. One of the most important things of a horror film is that you care about the characters, and in this movie, it reminded me so much of Poltergeist because I care about the family. I care about the other family that's helping them. The paranormal investigators are their own family. It's two families that are fighting against dark entities, and you care about every last one of them. Even if they have very short screen time, the actors convey the emotions. So I think this is a very strong piece of horror filmmaking. The scares got to me. It's very atmospheric. The production's very atmospheric, and it's chilling. There's a lot of unnerving, chilling scenes in it. And with that said, I guess we can close this, and I guess we all agree. Entertaining, solid horror film.
Oh yeah.
Four Brothers approved.
The Conjuring is a AFourBrothersJoint approved film. We recommend you see it.
Watch that.